Hello! I went to Florida for a week. Here's a vlog about it. So I had plans to make individual videos for each day in Florida, but I ended up not taking enough footage for that, so that's why it's all going into this one video. I went to Florida with 3 of my roommates from when I was in the Disney college program, and since we thought we weren't initially going to be able to use our Disney World tickets, we decided to go to Universal. We all had annual passes that we bought the year prior when we thought we were going to be in Florida for a while, and they weren't expired yet. They still had about 2 weeks to go, so we decided to use them while we could.
Was the perfect soldier, until he wasn't. After years of unqualified successes, he failed a mission.
Protect the Allspark. Protect each other. Good luck.
Just want to warn y'all, if you get motion sick as easily as I do, the Transformer ride is probably not for you. Wow. So on day 2, we went to the other Universal park called Islands of Adventure. One of my friends wasn't feeling too well, but she went anyway. The rest of us felt fine. We were feeling up to it, but then I went on one ride, and suddenly I was throwing up. Turns out 3 out of 4 of us ended up getting food poisoning because we ate at some hot dog place on City Walk. So my advice is do not eat hot dogs at Universal because you will die. The friend who felt better, as she walked around shopping and stuff, I fell asleep on the Starbucks table for like an hour. Then we went home. I laid in bed all day trying not to puke. By 10 o'clock I felt up to eating. I ate my B-dubs, and by 11 o'clock I puked it all up. So my advice is do not have food poisoning on vacation, because that sucked. But also, I do want to give a word of advice. There's some rides at Universal where if you wear glasses like me, of course you want to keep your glasses on so you can see what the hell's going on. But there's a few rides where it could be like, it's a good in between. You don't know if you should take them off, but you think you don't have to. So, I asked the ride operators, like, can I wear my glasses? And if they say, oh yeah, no problem, on those like speedy rides, highly recommend you take off your glasses. Because not only did I get sick on a ride, but on that very ride, I also had to hold my glasses because they were about to fly off. So when in doubt, just take off your glasses. So by day 3, we were all feeling better. It was just a 24-hour bug sort of thing. So we decided to go to Disney Springs. Disney Springs is like an outdoor mall that's somewhat associated with Disney World. Some of the stores are very, very Disney-fied, while others are not, like Anthropologie. And there's one of those fancy stores. I'm pretty sure Gucci's there. I don't know. Our first stop was World of Disney, which is this huge just Disney store. And it takes up a lot of space. There's everything you can buy there. So I bought one too many souvenirs for myself, but I also have no regrets. We went to this bakery called Gideon's Bakehouse, and it had all these creepy photos up, like very Halloween-esque, and it was really cool. The food's also great. Then we made our way to the Star Wars store, and it's everything you can buy Star Wars. They have figures, they have the lightsabers, a lot of Baby Yoda stuff thanks to the Mandalorian, t-shirts, keychains, what have you. And then we also went to a store that's just based on Marvel. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, so I didn't really spend too much time in there. Then we went to an M&M store that just opened. It was not there when I was on my program, so I was kind of shocked to see it. And this place was huge, and I can't believe such a basic candy as M&M's created this empire. So for day 4, I don't have any video footage because we went swimming with manatees, so I did not want to bring my camera for that because I didn't want to get it damaged. This was outside of Orlando. It's in a town called Crystal River, I think, and we got to swim with manatees. I suited up, and it was cool. I've never done that before. And they were wild manatees. Like, we weren't on some reservation or anything. Like, it was the literal wild. and you have to stay so still when you're swimming with these things. And there were a few times where if my feet were just an inch lower, I would have like kicked the poor thing. It's kind of scary when you put your face under and then they're just right there, because that did happen once or twice to me. But it was the coolest experience I've had, and I like no words to describe how amazing it was. Also, we were recommended the shrimp place that was nearby, and it was so good. It came out of like this kind of food truck kind of thing, and oh my god, food truck food is always the best. And it was fresh shrimp, because all my life I've only eaten frozen shrimp, but it was fresh shrimp. My friend had a dish called blackened shrimp, and I'm so like, I regret not getting that instead, because she let us try it. It was just so good. So then the day after that, we went back to Universal kind of to redo our day 2. Again, we were in Islands of Adventure. I only got footage of that Cat in the Hat ride, so might be. But yeah, it was fun. We only spent half a day there, because then we went back to our hotel, got back in the car after we showered, and got tattoos. So I got a walk-in tattoo. The quote in the image is from The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, which is my favorite book of all time. I left the state of Illinois, went to Florida, just to find out my tattoo artist is also from the state of Illinois, and in fact, he's from a suburb that's like 20-minute drive from me. As Disney World would say. So it turns out we were able to use our Disney World tickets. We got our reservations. So first we headed to Animal Kingdom, which is the park I actually worked at. We ate at Pandora. We got to go on the safari ride. So Disney has like actual animals in these huge plots of land, and many of them can roam freely. Like oftentimes the cars do have to stop to let zebras and giraffes cross. Very cool ride. Highly recommend it. The driver was going a little crazy that day. Usually it's not so bumpy, so sorry for the shaky videos, but enjoy. I love seeing these animals. We also got to ride Expedition Everest, which is my second favorite ride there. My Expedition Everest is a roller coaster, and you can often hear people screaming from it from a good distance away. But yeah, the story is there's a Yeti, and you're trying to run away from it. I highly recommend checking out the POV video that's on YouTube. We also did get to go on Dinosaur, which is a great ride. The story of that ride is you're being sent back in time to when the dinosaurs are alive. You're trying to find the iguanodon, but then something happens, so the ride speeds up and you're trying to get out, and it's crazy. It throws you around, but that's what makes it so fun. We did get to go to Epcot for the later half of the day. The first thing we did was get on Living with the Land, which is just a ride through Disney World's greenhouse, essentially. Like, some of the food they use is from that greenhouse. Very cool and a very relaxing boat ride. The rest of the night going around Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival. This is when they have garden bushes in the shapes of certain Disney characters, and also it's when each pavilion has their own set of food, and the only time you can get this food is during the Flower and Garden Festival. I bought a really cute cup. His name is technically Orange Bird, but I'm nicknaming him Orange Chubby after another bird that's famous in the Disney parks, and he came with an orange and lemon slushie, and it was delicious. But yeah, we just ate around. We didn't go on any more rides. Met up with my cousin who bought us drinks, so that was great. I also did some shopping in the Japan pavilion. I bought my Spirited Away and my Kiki posters. I also bought Kiki chopsticks, and that's it. That's all my footage. The next day was when I had to go home, but I didn't have to go home till later that night. So we went back to Disney Springs, bought some last minute souvenirs. I found out my flight was delayed, but it was only by an hour. I made it home at 1 in the morning Chicago time, and that's the end of this vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was really fun. It was a good week. I regret coming back all the time. I wish I was always on vacation. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. And without further ado, I'm gonna peace out and I'll see you guys later. Ciao tutti.